Olek on Hayes' shot. And Peterson finds it on the second catch. Hayes will now take the draw against Bankier in the wild zone. 1-0 Rockford, 6:35 to go in the first. Now Bankier tossed out. Kachuk, the lefty, against the righty Hayes. And the puck down. One back into the corners. Molek away from Cini, and Jack Peart moves the feet. The Grand Rapids native, Olausen, couldn't move it deep. Korchinski stole it away. Lishak up ahead. He'll walk it in over the line. Hayes follows up, couldn't pull the trigger. Coming over to defend was Molek, but not legally. It's a slashing penalty, and the Hogs will get a power play. With 6:17 left in the period. They're going to call the penalty on Boris Kachuk. A slash hit on the hands. IceHogs power play gets going. First penalty of the night, a slash on Kachuk. Now Rockford looks to double its lead. Puck dropped in the wild zone. It's thrown around the boards. Sandelin waits on it and backhands down the ring. Hogs power play coming in at 14.5%. Brought to you by Hennig. 0 for 3 on Sunday against Manitoba. Rinzel having trouble with Merrick in the D zone. He's killing off extra time. Now Rinzel will reset. Already half a minute gone in the minor penalty to Kachuk. Through center ice, here comes Cini. The puck rolls on him a little bit, but he'll flop it into the corner. Tony Nato hunts it. Kierstad couldn't clear with Sandelin fending on it, but the follow-up cleared down the rink. Jones does the job. And Iowa gets its penalty killing change. Still the top unit out there for Rockford. Lardis on a slingshot. Off the skates of Cini, he turned it over to Jones. He'll cruise now through center. Jones short-handed. Curl and drag, and Berezhnoi fights it off. Now Hogs look for transition. Pitlick going back left to right. He'll enter in. Tee up Tony Nato at the right point. Tony Nato down the boards, trying to fight off the check of Hunter Haight. Tony Nato gets knocked down to the rink. Pitlick bouncing at it. Forced to the near boards for Lardis. He had Korchinski up top, instead exchanging with Cini down low, changes the angle, on net, stop made, rebound forced just wide. Pitlick to the rebound with 30 to go on the power play. One-timer Lardis, stop made, rebounds available, shoveled in back towards Peterson, and he holds. Golden chance for the IceHogs. Feels like this game could be at least 2, maybe 3-0. And Lardis, and then the traffic in front, somehow denied by Cal Peterson. Tony Nato is trying to shovel the puck in from the blue paint. Oh, it was the stick of Matt Kierstad who took it away. Wow. Matt Kierstad saves a goal for the Wild. Power play still has 20 seconds left on it. They've added 2 more seconds on the power play time. Face-off win for the Wild. They'll try and clear up the boards. Kuzman, a great keep-in, very deceptive. Engelbert across the ice. Hayes' shot rolls towards the slot, but the rebound over to Dylan Gambrell. They'll try and protect it clear. Taken away by Thompson. Aiden Thompson operating off the wall to Hayes in the corner. Puck fouled by Lambos, and he'll send it down the rink. Penalty is over to Kachuk. He exits the box. This is Caden Bankier swiveling into the zone. He'll push it wide down the boards, shoot a backhander that goes wide of Berezhnoy. And then the IceHogs goaltender seals up play and stops us there with 4:02 to go in the opening period. 1-0 Rockford. Back from the BMO Center in a moment on the IceHogs Broadcast Network, powered by BMO.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Wilson Electric performs commercial, industrial, governmental, and institutional electrical work. Throughout the years, Wilson Electric has made a significant impact in the Rockford and Northern Illinois areas by participating in numerous commercial, institutional, industrial, church, hospital, and school construction projects. Wilson Electric Company is proud to be the oldest union electrical contractor in Rockford, Illinois. Whether the assignment covers new construction, modernization of an existing site, or a service/maintenance of existing facilities, customers have come to depend on the Wilson Electric traditions of experience and commitment.
Back inside the BMO Center, 4 minutes to go in the first, and it's 1-0 Hogs. 2 or 3-0 Rockford with the chances that they've had. Dominic Toninato alone. He's had the chance for a hat trick, but Cal Peterson's come up with some pretty incredible stops in the opening frame. Here's Lombardi in stride. Rister goes off the leg of Peart defending. Under 4 minutes to go in the first. Engelbert left the puck down the boards. It's cleared out to center with Ryan Mast. He skates over the All-Star Classic center ice logo here in Rockford. Looks gorgeous. Kuzmin on a rush up the ice, draws a penalty, and the Hogs will go to another power play. Pretty easy tripping call there as Kuzmin makes it happen. He charged right down the gut and allows him the guilty party. That first power play, especially the second half of it, had golden chances. Now let's see if the finish is there. Top unit starts it out with Toninato against Merrick. Now Cini will come in to take the draw. Not a bad plan B as far as a center for the faceoff. Now plan B for the Wild with Sandelin. And finally the puck down. Cini wins it cleanly to Rinzel at the blue line. Down low, it's Brett Cini setting up shop at the trapezoid. Pitlick to Rinzel straight away. There is Lardis from his spot at the near circle. He'll drift it down low. Cini off the stick of the goaltender, and a penalty's coming up here against Rem Pitlick. He caught Ryan Sandelin up high, who is still down on all fours, clutching his face. It'll be a high stick against the IceHogs forward. Just a minor penalty, and we will go 4-on-4. So that wipes out the rest of the Rockford power play. Yeah, Pitlick's stick came right up and hit Sandelin in the head. Face off back towards Berezhnoy with Pitlick in the box. So we're going 4-on-4. It's an area of the game Rockford's been pretty great at so far this year. Helps when you got weapons like Nick Lardis on the ice and Toninato. Del Mastro and Ritzel, the two defensemen. But it's the Wild with the puck now, and Jones slowly over the line to the right side. Shot from Aubé-Kubel. Sizzles past the toe of Berezhnoy. Jones in tight, shoots off the stick. Berezhnoy gobbles it up with that knob and then has it ricochet into the netting. Still over a minute to go. 4-on-4 time. Final weekend of action before the AHL All-Star Classic comes your way right here from the Screw City next Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday night, the skills competition, and Wednesday, the All-Star Challenge, the 3-on-3 tournament, which the Central Division won last year, with Kevin Korchinski being named the MVP. He'll have a chance to defend his title. Puck dropped to the Hog zone. There is Korchinski, combining with Cini to move the puck up to the red line. Hayes trying to swoop for it, but Hunter Haight gets there first. We're skating 4-on-4 with 2.5 to play in the first period. 1-0 Rockford. Cini on a flyby. Forces the puck over towards Lambos' corner. Wild having a tough time get out of their own zone with possession, but a good skating maneuver from Lambos will do the job. Down the right wing. Back out in front for Lambos. It ricochets wide. Del Mastro to the puck. He dekes around Lambos and skates to the blue line. Here's Ethan Del Mastro. Saucered across the ice. Cini looked cross ice back towards Del Mastro. Instead, the Hogs will regroup in their own zone. Kevin Korchinski, head full of steam, left wing. Engelbert will center the bouncing puck and shoot it wide. It goes careening to the boards. Tony Nato fights off the check of Foodie and stops in front of the benches. Quick turn of transition, going back the other way. Engelbert at the goal line. Has Tony Nato down low, gives him the puck, spins away from Juracek. Now onto a Wild power play for just 10 more seconds. But Engelbert killing off some more time of it. Allows it and will speed out to center. He'll hit left circle. Leaves the puck back for Foodie. Guided into the corner boards, but then turns off it. Foodie keeps the puck on his stick to the slot. Right side, wrister up high. Berezhnoy finds it and collects in the rebound. Pitlick is out of the box, and we're back to even strength with 1:08 to play in the period. Berezhnoy's made 9 saves so far. 5 saves. And Peterson with 8 stops. Shots 9-5 Rockford. Puck drop to the Hog zone. Here's Kuzman. He just drew that tripping penalty on the Wild. Here it goes back to play the puck with Lombardi, swiping it away from him. Ripped in behind the Iowa net, foot race for it. Aubé-Kubel just there in front of Thompson, who pops right back up. Now it's Lombardi to hunt the puck. He'll finish his hit into Peart, who clears the puck down the rink. 40 seconds to play in the period. Gagne stapled in corner boards. Freed up for Lombardi. He'll send out Kuzman in transition. Almost overskated the puck. Now banks it deep, makes the safe play with half a minute to go. Final shifts of the first period. 1-0 Rockford. Iowa holding behind its net with Ben Gleason. Finally, to the near boards comes Peart. He'll send it ahead. Iowa touches it deep with Sandelin. Rimmed around far boards. Pitlick has a little bit of daylight. He'll saucer it ahead off of Lardis' skates. Pushed down the boards. 2 seconds to go in the period. And that does it for the opening 20 minutes. Dominic Toninato, our lone goal scorer. We'll step aside. And when we come back, the Ring of Honor induction. Michael Layton back in a moment on the IceHogs Broadcast Network, powered by BMO.
Rockford Injury Lawyers, serving Rockford since 2011. If you or a loved one is hurt in a car accident or on the job, you may not know that talking to an injury lawyer is free. We're not paid unless we get you paid. For a free 24/7 consultation, text or call Rockford Injury Lawyers at 815-964-8303. 815-964-8303. We are always ready to help you. Rockford Injury Lawyers, serving Rockford since 2011.
Steve Summers here with exciting news for the State Line. The world is now at our fingertips, thanks to American Airlines and the Chicago Rockford International Airport. You can always fly from Rockford to Nashville.
You know, I was playing in the KHL for one season, and I signed with Sochi in the KHL. And right before I was supposed to leave, a few weeks before, I contracted viral meningitis, and I was out for a while. When I got healthy, they signed me, and the rest is history in Rockford.
He was my first goalie partner that I ever played with that had that experience and had, you know, that professionalism about him.
These guys, you know, have been up and they've seen what it's all about and what it takes to get there, and they're a great example for the players.
Michael Layton was such a sour loser. He hated losing more than winning, I think, and that's what made his character such a in the champion class. Like, you knew when he was getting ready for the game, this guy was willing to do anything for the W because he hated so much losing.
Whether the game was 2-1 or 5-4, like, he wasn't going to give up that next goal. You could count on the big save.
On that shutout night, I think the biggest memory was, I know I had a good game and the team was playing great in front of me. And with about 3 or 4 minutes left, they were putting on the pressure. And I just remember my D-men diving in front of pucks, and I know the players felt it.
You know, like, everyone on the bench knew, and everyone, just by the eye contact on the bench, you could tell, like, we're all in this for late.
Well, of course, shutouts tough, man. You can look at my career, shutouts were not my thing. Like, I'm trying to think in my AHL career, I probably had 8 or 9, you know, and he had 50.
They're hard to get, you know, because it's not just your play that you're depending on, it's the team in front of you. And, you know, so many things could go wrong. It could hit a skate, could hit a body, hit a stick, whatever, and go in. But to not only set the AHL shutout record, but pass the legendary Johnny Bauer, like, are you kidding me? Like, that's huge. For it to take place in Rockford was fantastic. And, you know, that's a record that's going to be around for a long time, I think, for Michael, and he should be very proud of that.
The 3 words that would ring to my head like that, just on top of the dome, would be professional, focus, and dad. He was just making sure everyone was calm and confident, and that's why I say one of his role was to be not just the big brother, he was the dad.
Competitive, flexible, that comes to mind right away. That guy, man, he was always sitting there and split stretching out, always ready, always, you know, always stretching, which I kind of learned from him. But see, that's too, and just kind. He's a good guy. He's a really good guy, you know, as a teammate and off the ice, with whether it be we were out in the community, interacting with fans. You know, he led the way as a kind of a spokesman for the guys when we played together. Hey Mike, Scott Darling here. Just want to say congratulations on getting inducted in the IceHogs Ring of Honor. Nobody deserves it more than you, buddy.
Hey Lates, it's Bernie here. Just wanted to reach out and congratulate not only you, but your entire family on what was a fantastic career. And we are so grateful for those 2 years that you spent in Rockford, and really helped our staff and organization develop a lot of young players, you know, both on and off the ice. You're still a legend around here, and we're so grateful for the time that you spent with us, and so proud that you're going to be joining the others in the Ring of Honor, and can't thank you enough for everything that you did for all of us here in Rockford. And congratulations, enjoy your evening, and we're all so proud of you.
Hey, Lates, I just want to congratulate you about being in the Ring of Honor of the Rockford IceHogs, and also I just want to just say, like, stay in your zone. I know you're doing a great job in Detroit, and it's funny how it works, but since you're there, they're doing great. So keep up the good work, my friend.
IceHogs fans, welcome to this special night here at the BMO Center. Starting during the IceHogs 25th anniversary season in 2023-24, the organization began recognizing the people who have been instrumental in helping establishing professional hockey here in Rockford and who have helped make it the success it is today. Tonight we induct a new member to the team's Ring of Honor. Let's welcome back to Rockford, former IceHogs goaltender and American Hockey League Hall of Famer, number 49, Michael Layton.
Wow, amazing. Thank you very much. This is incredible. You know, me and my family can't thank you enough, and we're so excited to be back here in Rockford for the first time since I played here. That's amazing. So many great memories here, obviously in the city and right here at the BMO Center. You know, Rockford truly holds a special place in our hearts for me and my family, so thank you. I want to show recognition to my family. I know they told me not to talk about them, but my wife Jen, amazing. She did so much for me during my career. And when I did something called Layton's Minions here, she was the reason why that all happened. So can we please give her a round of applause? She organized everything. That was all her. I just did the little things. So I love you. Thank you. To my children, Ella, Anna, and Theo, thank you for always supporting me in my career. I know I wasn't always, I was grumpy sometimes, wins, losses, the mood swings. But you guys walking on the ice and giving me that most memorable hug for me was one of the most proudest moments of my career. So thank you. Love you guys. Ange and Barry and Adriana and Wesley, thank you for coming out tonight. Appreciate you guys and love you. To my teammates, coaches, and trainers, staff, thank you very much. The friendships I made are priceless. Such a great group of people, and I'll cherish those friendships forever. And I obviously wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for you guys, so thank you, everybody. Mark Bernard and Mike Peck, thank you for everything you did for me and my family while I was here and even after. You guys are amazing people. I can't thank you guys enough. And you guys in Rockford here are lucky to have people like Bernie and Mike. They are amazing. They've done amazing things for this city and organization. So be very proud to have them, and thank you guys very much for everything you've done for me and my family. To the Chicago Blackhawks and Rockford IceHogs, it was an honor to put on your jersey, get drafted by Chicago, and be a part of all of this. Obviously, again, tons of memories with the organizations with both jerseys on. To the city of Rockford, thank you for embracing me, not only me, but my family. That means so much to me. My kids here went to school for 2 years and have lifelong friends. Me and my wife have met so many great people in the city of Rockford, and we just really enjoyed our time here. And like I said, you guys left a mark on us as a family, and even my kids the last little while have asked to come back to Rockford, so I'm glad we get to come back and share this moment with everyone here. The fans in Rockford, the best fans in the AHL. And if you know me, I played for a lot of organizations, so thank you very much. Every time I stepped on the ice, I felt the love, I felt the support, and as a goalie, that means so much. So thank you very much for everything you guys have done for me. You know, when I think back at memories here, I don't just look at shutout record, I don't look at wins and losses. I look at some memories. I look at the 3 to 4 minutes left to go in the game, and my teammates are diving all over to block shots and doing whatever they can to help me break that record. Memory is my kids walking on the ice and my family celebrating with them with the most memorable hug of my life. That's a memory. For me, walking in the locker room and celebrating with my teammates and trainers and staff That is a memory for me. And of course, hearing the BMO Center as loud as I've ever heard it before when that final buzzer went is something I'll never forget. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much. I am truly grateful and honored to have my name up here in this arena. I always loved playing here. Such great people, and I can't wait to come back another day and see it up there. But thank you again, Rockford, for all the memories. And again, you'll always have a place in my heart and my family's heart. So thank you very much, and go IceHogs.
All right, without further ado, please turn your attention up to the suite level, the BMO suite level of Section 203, as we unveil the newest member of the Rockford IceHogs Ring of Honor. At this time, I'd like to introduce IceHogs President of Hockey Operations and General Manager Mark Bernard to present Michael with the Ring of Honor replica plaque. Once again, congratulations, Michael, on your induction to the Rockford IceHogs Ring of Honor.
Holding deep to the backhand, he scores!
Hennig Power Protection.
Well, a great moment here inside the BMO Center as Michael Layton joins a couple of other IceHogs greats into the IceHogs Ring of Honor. Right, great ceremony. Always do a great job here in Rockford with that ceremony. Chris Toltzman emceeing the event. Always great to have him on the mic throughout the BMO Center, of course. Longtime IceHogs employee, always narrating through history with the IceHogs. And that time walks us through as Michael Layton joining the IceHogs Ring of Honor. Still holding the record, 10 shutouts as a Rockford IceHog, 50 shutouts throughout his American Hockey League career. Was really great to catch up with Michael Layton just a little bit ago. Well, listen to that interview in the second intermission. Well, Michael Layton, of course, dropping the puck a little bit earlier this evening and now joins the Ring of Honor. And a nice touch from Mark Bernard, presenting with the plaque as well on what has been a great afternoon and evening here at the BMO Center, and the IceHogs with a 1-0 lead after 20 minutes of play as they get off to a great start in that first period, back at home after a 3-game road swing, and for the first time this season hosting the Iowa Wild. They've played 3 times so far this season, all at the Casey Center out in Des Moines, Iowa. It's the first time at the BMO Center for these two teams this season. It's Dominic Toninato opening the scoring at 7:03 of the opening period. He would cash in on a great entry and then a nice pass across the ice from Ethan Del Mastro, going post to post, finding Toninato, who connects for his 10th goal of the season at 7:03. An even strength goal. Ethan Del Mastro and Sam Renzel pick up the assists on Toninato's 10th of the season. The IceHogs would get 9 shots on goal in the first period. They outshoot Iowa 9-5 in the opening frame. A couple of really good chances in that first period on their first power play the IceHogs had, but a couple of big-time stops by Peterson and a couple of the defenders helping out as well on what would have been an opportunity for the second goal of the night for Toninato, and the stick save not by Peterson, but from the defenseman Lambos. Carson Lambos getting his stick in the lane at just the last moment as Toninato had an open net. not able to cash in. It could have been 2, even 3-0, but a couple of big stops by the Wild netminder and some of his D partners as well, helping out in that first frame. The IceHogs go 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Iowa 0 for 1 in that first period of play here at the BMO Center. Taking a quick look at the standings as we are well into the second half of the season. And we're getting ready for the All-Star Classic in just a little bit. But statistically, the IceHogs, through the bulk of their schedule, they've got 27 games remaining after tonight. But first, the Grand Rapids Griffins, they lead the Central with 71 points on the season. And they've been sputtering as of late for Grand Rapids standards, 5-4-1 in their last 10. The Chicago Wolves continue to rack up points at a alarming pace. I guess if you're anyone but a Wolves fan, it's been an alarming pace for the Wolves. 21-10, 5-5, 52 points for them, and they picked up points in 8 out of their last 10 games. The Manitoba Moose in the 3 spot with a 22-15, 3-0 record, good for 47 points on the year. And the Texas Stars in the 4 spot with a 20-19, 3-1 mark, good for 44 points. The Milwaukee Admirals, who will host the IceHogs tomorrow night at UWM Panther Arena with a 19-19, 2-2 record, good for 42 points. And they are 6 points ahead of the IceHogs, who come into tonight's game with a 16-25, 2-2 mark, good for 36 points. And the Wild rounding things out with a 12-26, 4-1 record, good for 29 points on the year. The Wild had been winless in their last 8 games, but they've won back-to-back games. They got a sweep with the Admirals on the road last weekend, and they've won 2 in a row and are now 2-5-3 in their last 10, 29 points on the year, rounding things out. That's how the Central Division shakes out as of tonight, February the 6th. Taking a look at some of the scores across the Central Division, you have the Grand Rapids Griffins on the road taking on the Charlotte Checkers in Bojangles Coliseum in Charlotte, North Carolina. Charlotte with a 3-0 lead over Grand Rapids. They just dropped the puck in period number 3. All 3 Checkers goals coming in the middle period. You have the Manitoba Moose on the road taking on the Texas Stars. They just got underway in the second period. Texas taking a 2-0 lead in the opening period. They get 4 power play chances in the first. They don't cash in on any of the 4 chances. And they've got 2 goals on just 3 shots after 20 minutes of play, just underway in the middle period from the HEB Center at Cedar Park. Chicago Wolves taking on the Colorado Eagles. That's a little bit later tonight in Loveland, Colorado. They start a 2-game set, the Wolves and Eagles. Those are the other scores across the Central Division. The IceHogs back at home tonight, and they will be on the road tomorrow taking on the Milwaukee Admirals on another battle between those 2 Central Division opponents. It's a busy month of February here at the BMO Center. Of course, we've got the All-Star Classic coming up in just a few days, as the skills competition will be on Tuesday, and the Classic itself and the 3-on-3 style tournament will be taking place on Wednesday. We'll have some players start arriving Sunday and Monday, so it's here in just a few days. But after that, a handful of home games for the IceHogs. A couple of games against Milwaukee, San Diego, and Hershey. So we're joined now back by Dana Gray. A busy month, but a great first start to this opening period of play.
Yeah, I like that opening 20 from Rockford, and I think especially the way that those 2 games went down in Manitoba. You only scored 2 goals in 120 minutes. You knew that the offense was, even if they weren't going to push through and get that first goal of the game, they were going to be hungry. And that's what I liked out of the first period. Though it is tough to go into that break only up by 1, right? It's hard to feel like going into the room that, man, maybe we should be up by 2 or 3. You got to keep pushing for that next goal.
Yeah, a couple of really good opportunities. I mentioned it in the first that Tony Nato could have had 2, maybe even 3 on his own.
Had a hat trick
in the opening period. They'll take a 1-0 lead, though, and there's a big 2 points against Iowa, and kind of looking at the standings, you're 6 points behind Milwaukee, who you play tomorrow night, and they're playing in action tonight as well. But you got to make the most of these games.
Yeah, and you can't look at, too many other teams or what they're doing. Of course, Milwaukee loses. That's great for the IceHogs' chances, but you do have the chance after this weekend to only be 2 points out of the playoff spot. So you got to take care of business, of course, and just go period to period. But I like the opening 20. I also thought Stanislav Berezhnoy looked pretty settled in. Not to say that he looks crazy and wild most of the time, but it did seem like he's pretty dialed in. The rebounds he was giving up were nothing crazy, and it's a good sign if Iowa was able to kind of flip the script a little bit and tilt the ice.
Real quick, though, your thoughts on the Leighton ceremony. You got to chat with him a little bit earlier as well, but it was really cool to have him back, and he seemed pretty thrilled to be honored and put into the Ring of Honor tonight.
Really cool, and we saw it last year with Brian Bickle, just getting to chat with them. This really is an honor for them. They so appreciate it, and I think get to experience with their family. That goes a long way.
All right, well, it's a 1-0 Screw City IceHogs lead. After 20 minutes of play, they'll look to hold on to that and hopefully expand that lead in the middle period. We'll be back in a moment with that second period on the IceHogs Broadcast Network. It's powered by BMO.
The IceHogs team store is the perfect place to rep your team, your colors, and show your support for hockey in the state line. Located inside the BMO Center on the concourse between sections 104 and 105, find all the latest IceHogs and Blackhawks gear with weekly discounts to take advantage of. Next time you're at the BMO Center, make sure to visit the store and head to icehogs.com for selective online items to rep the IceHogs at the rink and at home.
Beat the rising prices with Martin Exteriors. The cost to replace your roof will never be this low again. With no payments until next year, now is the time to act. Call us today at
833 Martin 1.
Rebuilding our community, one project at a time. Project First Rate is a nonprofit labor management organization representing local tradespeople and contractors. We stand for craftsmanship, dedication, and a commitment to our community. Learn more about how we're building a stronger future for all of us at projectfirstrate.com.
Don't miss the heart-pumping, hard-hitting, electrifying action of IceHogs hockey at home. Inside the best rink in the AHL with the most passionate fans, hockey at the BMO Center is the perfect place for friends, family, and parties to take in a night in downtown Rockford. Single game tickets are available for the rest of the season at icehogs.com and at ticketmaster.com against opponents like the Chicago Wolves, Grand Rapids Griffins, and Milwaukee Admirals. Get your tickets today.
The Happy Cannabis Company is the Rockford area's premier cannabis dispensary and your destination for exclusive deals and a loyalty program, where every purchase earns you real rewards. Visit us online at thehappycanaco.com or in person at either our Rockford or Loves Park location. That's thehappycanaco.com, CANNACO.com. Must be 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children.
Back inside the BMO Center for the start of the second period. The IceHogs leading the Wild 1-0. Teams have flipped ends, and the IceHogs take a 1-goal lead into the middle 20 minutes. Dominic Toledano with the lone tally in the game so far. He and Ben Jones tie up for the opening zone draw, and the puck is down. Ethan Del Mastro grabs it in the neutral zone. Berezhnoy making 5 saves in the first period. Peterson stops 8 of 9. They made a couple of really dynamic stops on grade A chances for the IceHogs. Kind of felt like coming out of those first 20 minutes, it could be a lot more than just 1-0 Rockford. Can't focus on that though if you're the Hogs, and just keep pushing for the next goal. Face off to the right of Stanislav Berezhnoy. Jones and Toledano once more. Two lefties for the draw. Some long face-offs so far tonight. Jordan Deckard, Nolan Boyer, the refs. Jonathan Sladek and Greg Offerman on the lines. Puck finally dropped. It rolls right in on Berezhnoy, and he'll paddle the puck away. Hops up on the dasher. Good keep in Kierstad, far point. He'll send it around the zone. Juracek follows up to Jones at the right point. That hit a leg in front. Might have got off of Rinzel on the attempt from deep. Here comes Lardis moving the feet to center. He'll stick handle into the zone. Feed Pitlick, right circle. Pass broken up by Obe Kubel. On the feed across the slot. Del Mastro back with him. He had a great first period. Had the primary assist on the Tony Nato goal, did Del Mastro. Helped to create plenty of more chances at that. Here he's got to defend against Jean-Luc Foudy. And we're going to penalty coming up here. It is a corner. And it will go against Del Mastro. So Iowa gets their first real full power play. They had just a handful of seconds of power play time after the 4-on-4 and didn't get any shots off. So now a penalty kill for the IceHogs. It's been an area of strength for this Hogs team, especially in the new year. They went 4 of 5 on Sunday. The penalty kill at 82%. Iowa's power play 0 for 4. Their last time out against the Appers. PK brought to you by JM Construction. It's a hook on Del Mastro. And a 1-0 Rockford lead. 1:07 into the second period. Wild will control off the face-off. Cini and Kuzmin immediately converge on the puck far boards. Win a battle and clear out to center. Jiricek drops it back below Haight. He'll go and grab it behind that Iowa net. Here comes Hunter Haight. Pushed off the puck by Engelbert. Moves it off of his stick. And Dylan Gambrell moves the feet through neutral. Sizzles along the zone to Haight. Now right point Aubé-Kubel against the grain. Haight in the slot. Couldn't pull the trigger. Engelbert trying to clear. Couldn't do so. Looked like he was about to go off to the races. Puck rolls out in front. Knocked away by Engelbert. Kuzmin stabs at it and shoots the backhander down. It'll be followed up by Engelbert. He'll grab this puck. Short-handed, killing off some extra time. Holding it down in the corner. Finally, Haight comes in, wins it away. And a good penalty-killing shift from Jamie Engelbert. Halfway through the minor to Ethan Del Mastro. Haight stretches it along the blue line. Here's Jones, the captain, holding right point. Down low in the corner. Touch for Gambrell. Haight fed it into the slot, bumper position. Gambrell, top of the far circle. Jiricek straight away. Wrist shot deflects off of Jones' stick in the slot. Rebound picked up, fouled by Aubé-Kubel, settled by Gagne, and he'll stash it down. Half a minute to go on the penalty. 1-0 Rockford lead. Hogs trying to get back to 5-on-5, keeping it that way. Kachuk to the red line. He'll send it in, far side to near. The puck rims around the boards. Settled behind the net for Bankier. Then Ryan Mass swoops in. Cini to the far wall. Tees up Korchinski's clear attempt, and he gets it past the blue line. Great play and a battle won by Brett Cini. 2 seconds in 1, and the power play for the Wild is over. They are now 0 for 2 on the man advantage tonight. Korchinski towards the attack down in the corner. Shoveled it up the boards, turning with it. Olausen had a man out in front. That was Bankier. Boucher to a loose puck at the D zone. Protecting it away. Sent it across the blue line where Korchinski goes to grab it. Merrick took down Korchinski just jumping on the ice. He had to play that carefully and wait it out. Could have been too many men. Here's Merrick's shot. That deflects off of Mastic at the slot. Banking over to Sandelin, blue line. Kierstad shooting and deflecting just off that far side boards. Free puck to Ryan Mass. Knew the hit was coming. That came outside of the zone. It was gloved down. Wild with possession. Hogs tried to change. They had 3 defensemen on the ice for that D-zone shift, with Del Mastro the extra. 4 minutes gone to the second period. Lewinsky to a loose puck of the offensive zone. He'll attack wide. Tony Nato forces him to the boards. Rushing over comes Boucher. Long shift for the Rockford forward. Mass drags it behind the IceHogs net. Korchinski feeling the pressure. Will chip it out to center ice. Boucher can get a change with Rempitlik replacing. Here comes Aubé-Kubel darting down the wall. Had some trouble bullying his way to the front. Wild still possessing. Best couple of minutes for the visitors so far tonight. Exchanging shifts after shift of time within the offensive zone. Jones will pounce it down into the corner. Toninato stops it there with his skates, pushed it up into space for Rem Pitlick. He'll bank out to center ice. Lardis follows up. Now Jones with his back to net gave it away to Pitlick. He's going to swoop in down the left wing. Centering pass, Lardis over his stick. And it follows up for Aube-Kubel. Now the Wild look to break. Left to right with Aube-Kubel, protecting it over to Kierstad. He was poke checked away. Good read from Ridzel. Toninato to center ice. He'll stash it deep and head off for a change. 5.5 gone to the second period. 1-0 Hogs off the goal from Dominic Toninato, his 10th of the season. Martin Misiak peeling ahead, losing the puck to Foudy. Has a man in front. Gambrelli scores. A backhand deflection past Stanislav Berezhnoi off the giveaway. And it is 1-1 with a goal from the Wild with 14:22 to go in the second. Pretty clean giveaway from Misiak to Foudy. And the deflection from Gambrel gets past the blocker of Berezhnoi. And the game is tied up at 1. Wild score on their 6th shot of the game. Gambrel gets his 3rd of the season with a Wild. Harding's shot pops out in front. He'll follow it up, blast it towards the net. It hits the backside of Gleason. Harding will hold the zone. Pretty active 10 seconds for the Rockford blue liner. Wild can clear the puck down to center ice. Engelbert fights off the check of Foudy. Great play for Jamie Engelbert, who now starts the rush with Kuzmin. Pushed it too far for him. Gambrel hoping for the puck to find him in the neutral zone, but Thompson swoops in to grab it. Here's Kuzmin to the goal line to Engelbert. Walks out in front. Stop made. Peterson on the wrist shot. Good keeping. Kuzmin. Then it's poked away. Bankier on a breakaway to the slot. Dinking and scoring. Caden Bankier, 2 turnovers for the IceHogs in the matter of moments, and Iowa storms out to a 2-1 lead. Kuzmin tried to hold that puck in and then drag it away from Caden Bankier, who scores his 5th of the season. Can't really fault Berezhnoi for either of those 2 goals. And Iowa strikes for 2 in less than a minute. Puck dropped again at center. IceHogs trailing for the first time tonight. Seared back at the D zone. Hogs look for energy from their 4th line after giving up the go-ahead goal. Del Mastro will swing up the near wing. Ran out of room, trying to protect it away from Kachuk. Hogs get it into the zone with Gagne feeding Israel's down low. Sent it across the crease. He had Boucher there. Followed up, Gagne bounces to the circle. Kachuk closed on by Del Mastro. At the end of his shift, he'll dump it in. Del Mastro around the boards against the grain. Gagne couldn't clear through Sandelin. He'll pass it into the slot. Boucher knocked out by Lewiski. Turned right into him. Israels throws the puck down the rink and ices it. 7.5 into the second period. Wild with 2 goals on 2 straight shots.
If you have a ticket to the All-Star event, get a ticket to the Hard Rock Casino Rockford after party in the middle of the All-Stars and NHL alumni. All for just $10. Scan the QR code now. Get your ticket to the post-event fun.
Face off down towards Berezhnoi. A clean win for Iowa. Juracek at the wall. Sent it near side, right on net. Stop made. Berezhnoi with the stick. A quick trigger pull from Kierstad along the wall. Iowa's only getting better as this period rolls on. Beneficiaries of a couple Rockford turnovers. Kierstad at the Deer zone. He'll send out Aube-Kubel, the former NHLer, tape to tape. into the zone. One-timer Jones, bouncing puck in front, whacked at in front of the net by Height, and a penalty's coming up here against Rockford. Cal Peterson just realizing it. Puck gets poked out to center ice. Peterson to the bench for the extra attacker. So the Hogs down a goal, about to go on the penalty kill. Still looking for possession though. Foodie back into his own end. He'll peel in front of the circles. Takes a whack from Pitlick. Spins up the boards, left wing side, and Lardis grabs it for Rockford, gets the touch up. 11:25 to go in this middle period. It's Iowa 2 and Rockford 1. We'll be back for a wild power play when we return on the other side on the IceHogs Broadcast Network, powered by BMO.
Just gonna say it, I lost my wedding ring.
It's fine. Just get a new one printed instantly at a BMO branch.
Not my debit card, my wedding ring.
And lock your lost card on your phone, okay?
I see what's happening here.
I figured, because you'd never ever lose the symbolic centerpiece to our eternal love, right?
Who, me? No.
I didn't think so.
I'm gonna go check the garden again for my BMO debit card.
Great idea.
Accounts are subject to approval and are provided in the United States by BMO Bank N.A., member FDIC.
BMO. Holding, deep to the backhand, he scores.
Hennig Power Protection is hiring right here in the Rockford area. Join a team that builds jaw-dropping generator enclosures and jaw-dropping careers. Expect good pay, work you can be proud of, and a family atmosphere that feels like home. It's time to start your next power play. Apply today at hennigpower.com.
Back inside the BMO Center, the Hogs trailing 2-1. And now they have to face a penalty kill. Rem Pitlick to the box. Iowa scoring back-to-back shifts off of IceHogs turnovers. And Pitlick in the box for a hook. Third power play of the game for Iowa. Puck dropped down towards the right of Berezhnoy, and the Wild will possess. Off the tie-up, Gambrell bounced it to the blue line, working it free. Aube-Kubel couldn't pull the trigger, then Haight shoots up high, and it's followed up. Height across the ice. Gambrell, far circle, zipped it to the back post. Jones was trying to tap it in. Juracek, far side faking the one-timer. Gambrell, he had the first Iowa goal. Here's Haight to the circle, on net, stop made, rebound, jump through the crease. How did that one not go? Berezhnoy reaching back, now Tony Nato shorthanded, settles the puck, Deeks, score! Goal of the season for Dominic Toninato, and the Hogs have pulled even 2-2. What a turn of events, a two-goal swing. What looks like Iowa's found a rebound in front of Berezhnoy. Going the other way, Toninato shorthanded. Deeks Peterson out of the net and finishes past the far path. Tied up at 2, and the puck dropped at center ice. Still a minute 15 to go on this power play. Gagne trying to clear the D zone. Harding will drum it around, and it hits the curved glass. Up and out of play. So Mastro with his second assist of the game.
9-17. Screw City shorthanded goal is second of the game and 11th of the season, scored by Toninato. Assisted by Mastro at 9-17. Woo!
Minute to go on the penalty to Pitlick. Dominic Toninato has a knack for those shorthanded goals. And the IceHogs now with their leading 8th shorthanded goal of the season. Though they have also given up the most in the league. That goes both ways. Halfway through the second period, 45 to go on the Iowa power play. Puck picked up by Gagne in the D zone. He's going to sprint out to center, leading a rush shorthanded. Korchinski at the circle, and a pad stop made Peterson. Rebound out to Korchinski. He'll keep it in the zone, kill off some extra time. 25 to go on the penalty to Pitlick. Gleason swiveling through the neutral zone. Olausen pulls the puck to his boards. Then Engelbert follows up and helps the clear down the ring. Dominic Toninato's second of the game. His 11th of the year has Rockford even, and the Hogs kill it off and get a tie. Puck out in the blue paint under the skates of Kusin, and Berezhnoy alertly pounces out to grab it. Rockford 2, Iowa 2. Back from the BMO Center in a moment on the IceHogs Broadcast Network, powered by BMO.
We build great lawns from the ground up. Lawn care by Walter.
Is this the year you're finally going to move forward on creating your perfect outdoor living space? A brick patio, a lush new landscape design, maybe a fire pit or water feature. Whatever your vision, trust the ICPI certified team at Lawn Care by Walter to get it done just exactly right. For inspiration, visit the gallery page at lcbwalter.com today.
For roofing and siding, call Martin Exteriors at 833 Martin 1.
Did the severe storms cause damage to your home or business? Damage can be hard to see, so it's important to have Martin Exteriors do a free inspection. Our team of experts will help you work with your insurance company to get you the roof and siding you deserve. Call us today at
833 Martin 1.
Let's go Hogs, the chant for the Rockford faithful inside the BMO Center. 2-2 game with 9:20 to go in the second period. Toninato with 2 goals. His most recent, a shorthanded tally that pulls Rockford even. Puck dropped to the right of Berezhnoy. Wild win possession with Lambos up at the point. Moving it into the slot, Aubé-Kubel had it poked away. Follow-up attempt. Good block from Mass. He had the poke check and then puts his body in front of the attempt for the blue line. Lardis at center ice. Avoids most of the check from Jones. Then chasing after Kierstad down low. Puck to the red line with Mass. Gave it away to Aubé-Kubel, who couldn't deke through Pitlick. Leading out Lardis. Step down the middle. He shoots and Peterson fights it off. Good attempt for Nick Lardis in behind the net. Pitlick has his stick lifted. Comes out the other side. Left point, Rinzel. Across the ice, Kuzmin's backhander all the way to the boards. Off the skate of Lardis in front of the net. Peterson has lost his cage and he pops back up slowly. Rinzel dumps his man. That was Riley Height. And the puck deflects up into the Rockford stands. They'll keep the face-off in the Hogs' zone. Rinzel looks incredibly comfortable and poised, coming down from the NHL, along with Nick Lardis. His 3rd game back in Rockford. Face off to the far dot of the Rockford zone. 2-2 game with 8:15 to go in the second. Shot for the blue line. Deflects wide off of Merrick's stick. He was outside of the slot. Then it's jammed to center ice. Mishak, Cini, and Hayes out on the ice. Mishak trying to defend Sandelin. He took the body check. Holds it there in the corner. Mishak in to poke it away. Del Mastro helping out as the Wild look for offensive zone time. Game now tied up at 2. Puck being held down in the corner. Sandelin finds it, rims it to the boards. Smolek protects. Merrick quickly, a snapshot that ricochets high into the net. Will keep the draw in the Rockford zone. Shots 13-11 in favor of the Hogs. So 6-4 Iowa in this second period. They had that 1 minute of glory with 2 goals, Gambrell and Bankier. Engelbert and Haight for the face-off. And Haight wins it back, but Lombardi will charge to the blue line. Clear out with Thompson. Now it's a foot race. Kierstad gets there in front. And icing called against Rockford. 7:31 to go in the second period. Final home game before the All-Star break, which won't be much of a break for the BMO Center. One more game tomorrow night in Milwaukee. That's a 6 p.m. puck drop up at UWM Panther Arena. IceHogs going to play 3 straight against Milwaukee. Face off of the IceHog zone. And another win by the Wild to Juracek at the half wall. He tried to spin it to the blue line, but Foodie wasn't at the spot. Here is Jean-Luc Foodie. He'll follow up the puck, grab it at the D zone. Reloading Kierstad, hunted by both Thompson and Engelbert. They force a turnover and dump it in. Engelbert to the forecheck, knocks down Kierstad. Now Juracek dealing with pressure, gave the puck away to Lombardi. Great job from this trio. Harding gets loose, shoots to the far side, rebound, Korchinski. Walks down to the near circle. He's going to swing in around the net. Got through the check. Engelbert tries to keep in up at the point. It's dropped up ahead by Haight. Korchinski gets back, pokes the puck away, leads out Aiden Thompson, flashing down the wing. Caved in by Kierstad. Puck rolls into the corner. Lombardi will go and grab it. Israels has changed out onto the ice, trying to work over Foodie, who dekes away from Lombardi. And the Wild can just clear the puck high up the ice. Got through Mask for a moment. Now Kuzmin's got to recover. Bankier to the boards. He'll stuff it in. Rolled through the blue paint. Berezhnoy down, and the puck stays out. Boucher onto the stick of Gagne. He's got Kuzmin with him. Kuzmin across the ice. Past Boucher. Mask follows up to the boards. He'll hit the goal line. Behind the net, Israels left it perfectly for Mask. Quick one-timer. Gagne missed it wide. Good setup for the IceHogs fourth line. Gagne keeps it in the zone with Israels. Now Olausen can skate it as far as the blue line. He's forced back. 5:40 to go, second period. Tie game between Rockford and Iowa. First matchup here at 2026. And just the 4th of 10. There's going to be a lot of Iowa for Rockford down the stretch. Puck to center ice. Jack Peart skating backwards into his own end. He'll throw a 3-line pass ahead. It's a good one for Jones. Walking down the boards, protecting it against Kuzmin. Jones still on it. Offensive end. The Iowa captain peels up to the blue line. Dropped the puck there. Passed into the slot. Hoping for Haight, and it came off of his stick before he could get the shot off. Wild bring it right back in. Obey Q Bell to the half wall. The righty twirls up top. Smolek, D to D, gave it away. Lardis, a breakaway from center. Puck on his stick, deking, shooting, and a stop made by Peterson. Nick Lardis with a ton of head fakes, and he couldn't beat Cal Peterson again. Peterson has had Lardis' number so far tonight. 4.5 to go in the second. Lardis to Toninato entering the zone. He'll hold off the check along the blue line to Lewiski. Del Mastro keeps fighting. Actually got a shot off on Peterson. Makes a stick stop. Rinzel in front of the penalty boxes. 4 minutes to go in the second. Del Mastro, a tight turn in front of the Hogs net. Teed up for Martin Nishak at center ice. He's going to skate in past Lewinsky. Goes to grab it. Takes a big hit down low, but it's followed up by Seedy. He'll push it to the wall. Hayes, Rinzel quickly bumps a shot that went wide. Nishak fighting for the rebound. Rinzel didn't have much time to get that off. 3:45 to go in the second. Set ahead by Lewinsky at the end of his shift. He'll deflect in. And Iowa gets fresh skaters out there. Kevin Korchinski swiveling to center. Rolled it off of Hayes. Fights for body position against Lambos. In behind the net, rolls out in front, right through the blue paint. Hogs converging out of the corner. Hayes trying to bank it ahead. They call a hand pass here on Rockford in the offensive zone. 3:21 to go in the second period. 2-2 between Iowa and Rockford. We're back with the BMO Center in a moment on the IceHogs Broadcast Network, powered by BMO.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Wilson Electric performs commercial, industrial, governmental, and institutional electrical work. Throughout the years, Wilson Electric has made a significant impact in the Rockford and Northern Illinois areas by participating in numerous commercial, institutional, industrial, church, hospital, and school construction projects. Wilson Electric Company is proud to be the oldest union electrical contractor in Rockford, Illinois. Whether the assignment covers new construction, modernization of an existing site, or a service/maintenance of existing facilities, customers have come to depend on the Wilson Electric traditions of experience and commitment.
Back in downtown Rockford, 3:21 to go in the second period. Iowa 2, Rockford 2. Hogs are getting more and more chances, responding to the 2 quick goals from Iowa. Tony Nato Shorty tied the game up. Lardis with a handful of chances, but Cal Peterson has made some pretty fantastic stops for Iowa. Keep this game tied. Puck dropped at center ice. Tage Harding on it for the Hogs. He'll spray it ahead. Engelbert couldn't get it deep. That was rejected by Gleason at the blue line. Gleason's got it back. He'll serve to the red line. Banked in front of Iowa's bench, and then Haight gets it deep. Engelbert using body position. Fights away from Jean-Luc Foudy. Engelbert watches it played to the boards. One-timer up top, deflected off of Korchinski's stick. That forced Berezhnoy to react a little late. Iowa coming out of the timeout with some physicality. Puck into the mitt of Berezhnoy, and Harding immediately takes down Foudy, who was charging in by that back post. That is a tough fight to pick, going up against 6'7" Tage Harding, who protects the house. No penalties to come out of that. Yeah, Foudy went right after Harding. If I had to pose a guess, Craig Cronin wanted a little bit of offense and physicality coming out of that timeout. Puck drop wide of Berezhnoy. Kuzmin will serve it up ahead. Then Kierstead back on it for Iowa. Kuzmin, who leads Rockford defensemen with 4 goals. 4 goals, 4 assists on the season. Icing against the Hogs, going to bring the draw back into the Rockford zone. 2:32 to go in the second. Tie game at 2. Face off at the far dot in the IceHogs zone. And the puck down Played back to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Sticked aside by Berezhnoy on the attempt from Peart. Rebound corralled in by the Wild. Out of the near corner. That's Bankier who looks to shed the check. Now it's Tkachuk down low. Peart has it stuck in his skates. Mast converges. Chips it deeper into the Hog zone. Then Bankier goes for a spill. All the arms stay down. Mast guiding his man to the boards. Ripped free by Bankier. He'll stop and start. Tries to spin away from Mast, but he can't beat Toninato, who finished him hard in the corner. Toninato is down. That stung Dominic Toninato. And now the Hogs come to the defense. I didn't see an arm go up initially. A harsh check that Bankier delivered in the corner. Well, they called a penalty afterwards. You can make the argument for boarding. And that's exactly what they give him. So the Hogs will be on the power play for the rest of the period. Third man advantage of the night for Rockford. They're 0 for 2. And it will be Toninato to take the draw to start it off. Good to see he's okay. That hit certainly stung him. Cini against Merrick, and the puck down. Iowa win the faceoff. Kierstad tries to clear up the wall. What a keep in from Lardis. He knocked that puck out of midair. Followed it up along the boards. And the extra attempt from the Wild clears down. 5-second difference between the penalty clock and the period clock. So if Rockford can't score, they will start the third with about a 5-second power play. Lardis swiveling through center ice. He'll get a shot off. Missed it wide. Past the glove of Peterson. And the clear from the Wild out to center. Rinzel looking to lead in. Toninato protects it away from Jiricek. It's rolled in towards Peterson. He tees up Kierstad, who gets another quick clear. Cini wants re-entry. Charging down the slot. The lefty protects it wide, takes it in behind, feeds Pitlick off to the near post, and forces Peterson to make a big save. Knocked out of midair by Sandelin. He'll chip and chase and work down the boards, short-handed. Gets to the goal line, stops there, and kills off a few extra seconds. 40 seconds to go in the period. Rockford on the power play, tied up at 2. Dropped out for Lardis at the red line. He'll work his way up to the blue. Play catch with Engelbert near wall. Swiveled around. Pitlick with the reach. Keeps it in the zone. Tees up Rinzel straight away. Pitlick got knocked down. To the far goal line. Cini couldn't corral the pass in. Lambos bounces it up to the blue line. Clears past Pitlick. 2-on-1 for the Wild. Jones right circle. Rings the iron. 13 seconds to go in the second. And a shorthanded chance for the Wild almost gave them a lead going into the break. D-zone draw now for the Hogs to deal with. Maybe time for a rush up the ice. But right now, you got to make sure you're defending your own end. Puck down, a win for the Hogs. Korchinski will feed out Aiden Thompson. 8 seconds to play. Thompson into the zone. Lambos picks his pocket and clears. And that'll do it for 40 minutes. After 2, game tied at 2 between Rockford and Iowa. 5 more seconds of power play time to come for the Hogs once the third period gets going. As the 6th and 7th teams in the Central Division battling for points. Try and find a winner in the third period. Dominic Toninato has 2 goals. For Iowa, it's Gambrell and Bankier. Shot 16-12 Rockford, with Berezhnoy making 10 saves. Cal Peterson, 14 stops. We're back for our second intermission report, brought to you by State Line Solar. Nick Laupy is going to chat with you in just a moment on the IceHogs Broadcast Network, powered by BMO.
Rockford Injury Lawyers, serving Rockford since 2011. If you or a loved one is hurt in a car accident or on the job, you may not know that talking to an injury lawyer is free. We're not paid unless we get you paid. For a free 24/7 consultation, text or call Rockford Injury Lawyers at 815-964-8303. 815-964-8303. We are always ready to help you. Rockford Injury Lawyers, serving Rockford since 2011.
Steve Summers here with exciting news for the State Line. The world is now at our fingertips, thanks to American Airlines and the Chicago Rockford International Airport. You can always fly from Rockford to Nashville, Fort Myers, Punta Cana, Vegas, Phoenix, Tampa, Sarasota, and more. You can grab those tickets at flyrfd.com. But now, beginning October 20th, you can connect from the Chicago Rockford International Airport to O'Hare Airport and reach over 150 additional destinations through American Airlines landline. Plus, you'll get convenient and affordable parking right here in Rockford. You can check in, clear your bags and yourself through TSA security, and then your bags will go straight to your final destination while you enjoy seamless connecting convenience right to your gate at O'Hare Airport. Wow! Plus, you can even earn those extra air miles that you've been looking for and local points through American Airlines with this new service from Rockford. It's airside to airside hassle-free travel thanks to your Chicago Rockford International Airport. Get details and, more importantly, those tickets at flyrfd.com, through AA.com, or on American's mobile app.
Culligan Water not only sells water softeners, including the world's best, but also rents them, something big box plumbers and online sellers don't do. With renting, you never pay for repairs or extended warranties, and there's no big upfront purchase cost. Culligan handles everything. And by renting, if your water needs change, Culligan can handle that too. After all, we're the world's largest dealer network.
Visit uswatercompany.com to get a $10 introductory rental.
Building Northern Illinois through quality union craftsmanship. The Northwestern Illinois Building Trades is an alliance of 17 craft unions that work together to improve relationships and create harmony among its member organizations. The NWIBT works with contractors, construction professionals, students, and the community. Whether you're looking to hire a qualified contractor for your construction project, researching a career in the trades, or just hoping to learn more about union construction, we can help. Learn more at nwibt.org.
Rockford Mutual is more than just an insurance company. We're an organization committed to helping those who need us most. When you need assistance after a storm, accident, or as a business owner, our team of expert adjusters will go the extra mile to ease your mind and settle your claim promptly and fairly. Our goal is exceptional service, innovation, and security for you and your family.
For your insurance needs, turn to Country Financial for an insurance company you can count on. Country Financial has been providing insurance and protecting families for 100 years. Our dedicated reps are in your community and ready to get you the protection you need. Learn more at countryfinancial.com.
When you need plumbing and drain services, call your locally owned and operated Roto-Rooter and get the problem fixed fast. Call 1-800-GET-ROTO or visit online at rotorooter.com.
Call Roto-Rooter, that's the name, and away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
In sports, success is about team effort, and the same is true for your hair. At Great Clips, we save your haircut details in clip notes, so every member of the highly skilled team knows exactly how to create your signature look. And with our easy-to-use app, you can check in from anywhere and get a ready next text when you're up next for a cut. It's the confidence of a great haircut delivered by a team you trust. Download our app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Some things in life are complicated. Choosing to go solar shouldn't be. Here at State Line Solar, we pride ourselves on our turnkey process to help make your decision to go solar for your home, farm, or business stress-free. With a team of solar professionals from right here in the State Line area, we take pride in serving our community with the best renewable options. Contact us today to learn more at 815-580-3011 or online at statelinesolar.net.
Rockford. It's where Waldom Electronics was born, and it's still our home today. For more than 78 years, we've grown from here to every continent, delivering critical components that power industries across healthcare, energy, consumer technology, and more. Our unique business model connects the world's biggest manufacturers with thousands of distributors, all from right here in Rockford. We're proud to be Rockford built. Learn more at waldom.com.
Power behind the lift. When your business depends on uptime and performance, Fitzgerald Equipment delivers. From reliable forklift sales and rentals to expert service and parts, Fitzgerald has been powering Northern Illinois and Southern Wisconsin industries for over 60 years. Need equipment fast? We've got the inventory and the know-how to keep you moving. Locally owned, family operated, and 100% committed to your bottom line. Visit FitzEquip.com or give us a call today at 800-942-6062. That's Fitzgerald Equipment Company, where the job gets done.
Take us through what the emotions have been like this afternoon, meeting with some of the fans early on, dropping the puck, and have the ceremony coming up here in just a moment.
It's really been incredible, even just coming into Rockford again, driving in late last night, and then today doing like a little tour of where we used to live, and just driving around the city and kind of getting familiar with it again. And it's a great experience to be back here, and couldn't be happier. And obviously Bernie brought me through the locker room to see all the changes he's made, and it's amazing what he's done for this organization, and it's just fun to be back.
What's it been like being able to chat with some of the guys that were around when you were here, like Bernie, Mike Peck, a couple of those guys, bringing back some of those memories?
Yeah, it's amazing. They've been here for a long time, and like I said, they've done such a great job with this organization and this city, and I'm very proud of what they've done, and I'm sure there's still many bright things to go in the future here.
No, it might be hard to kind of narrow it down, but what are some of the favorite memories that kind of been flooding back this afternoon?
Lots of memories. Obviously, I had my family here, so those memories definitely are at the top of the list. Breaking records and having them out on the ice is obviously one of the biggest memories I've had in my career. Celebrating with my teammates, walking through the locker room and just seeing, everything getting just feeling like it wasn't too long ago all this went down, right? So again, it's great to be back in Rockford. Great city, great town. The arena's awesome, and the improvements they made in the arena are phenomenal.
Obviously young talent down here in Rockford right now. Just talk about how key the AHL and more so Rockford was to your game and your development, your career.
Yeah, it's definitely, I always say it's the second best league besides the NHL for sure. It's there's young players here with lots of talent. It might take some kids a couple of years to grow into themselves and maybe get a little stronger, faster, or develop some skills, but overall it's an amazing league. It did wonders for me and plenty of really good hockey players that maybe had to go spend 2 or 3 years in the minors and learn how to play the right way, and now they're great NHL players, so it's an amazing league.
I know you've only been here for a couple of hours, but has the fandom in Rockford changed at all? Is it still the hockey town that you remember it?
Oh, for sure it is. I did a little meet and greet earlier, and they're all bringing up memories, from the first year, second year, whatever. It's just great to. I've seen a couple Leighton jerseys in the crowd. It's amazing. The crowds and fans have always been great here in Rockford. Best in the AHL, I think, and it's just great to be back.
We know you mean so much to the Rockford IceHogs, putting you up in the Ring of Honor. What do the Rockford IceHogs mean to you?
Welcome back to the State Line Solar second period intermission report. Currently listening to our chat with Michael Leighton a little bit earlier this evening.
Lived together here for 2 straight years. And it was actually the last year we did it because I ended up, after I left Rockford, I was tossed around a little bit and didn't get a chance to have them live with me. So for me, it was a great opportunity to share it with my family, which is huge for me. And again, we had some success here and me breaking the record. And My teammates and coaches and staff that I had here were just incredible, and I made, tremendous friends that I'll have friends for life. So just lots of memories. These guys it's just incredible to be back.
I got to ask, All-Star Game is going to be here in just a couple of days in Rockford. How proud of you of the organization in the city that they get to represent what this great city is throughout the whole league?
Yeah, like I said, there's people in this organization that have done an amazing job right from day one, and they continue to build it into a great organization. And to have the All-Star Game here, I know that was something they were striving for, 5 to 7 years ago, and for them to have it, it's great for the city, the town, and obviously the IceHog fans to see what it's like. And I'm excited for the players and everyone to come here and see what Rockford's all about.
Then bring the family back here to the city of Rockford. Are there any favorite spots from when you guys were first here that you're going to try and get back to while you're back in town?
Well, we went to a couple of them and they weren't really around anymore. So, no, it's just, the Portillos and stuff like that. We went to Cracker Barrel this morning and just drove down a couple of the main streets and just, it was like memory lane. Like, hey, remember going there? We did this, we went bowling there. Like I said, it was just great to be back here with the family. They've been asking to come back for a few years now. So it works out that I got the invite to come here for this, and they're happy and they get to see an IceHogs game tonight.
Take us back. You started hockey 3-4 years old, playing with your, probably with your siblings. How surreal is this moment to be having your number retired by an organization and you spend so much time with it?
It's a dream come true. I was lucky enough to play hockey for a living, and not many people could say that. And right from day one, when I started playing hockey, my teachers would always ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I always said I wanted to be a hockey player. Some just said okay, and some said pick something else, right? So that kind of made me work towards it, and the fact that I played 18 years pro is pretty amazing. And obviously, to look back at my whole career when I finished, it was awesome just to be a part of it and meet so many great people through my career, and had some success. And again, if you play hockey for a living, you obviously feel real good about it.
A big thank you to Michael Layton for taking some time to chat with us right before opening puck drop tonight, as he was inducted into the IceHogs Ring of Honor. In that first period intermission, he joins a handful of IceHogs legends, Jean-Francois Rivard, Corey Crawford, and Steve Martinson. Last year, Brian Bickle became the 4th person inducted into the Ring of Honor, and now Michael Layton, the 5th, into the IceHogs Ring of Honor. He played 88 games with the IceHogs in the regular season through a couple of seasons, 10 shutouts in his time with Rockford, which is still the franchise record, 10, and he's got 50 shutouts and 507 games played, and that is an AHL record. So great to chat with Michael Layton. If you weren't able to hear the first part of that interview, it will be up on the IceHogs YouTube channels here in just a little bit. But again, big thank you to Michael for taking just a little bit of time to chat with us and what sounds like has been a pretty busy day here in Rockford, getting the family back and kind of going down, like he said, memory lane, seeing some of those spots that they would hang out at when they were here a handful of years ago. Well, that was in the first intermission that Michael Layton sent the fans to their feet as he was inducted into the Ring of Honor. Iowa would quell a bit of that excitement in the middle period. They got 2 goals in less than a minute as Graham Bell would get his 3rd of the season, a turnover by the IceHogs in the neutral zone, and Frowdy would pick things up for Iowa on a 2-on-1 coming back the other way as he was able to find the wide open Dylan Gambrell, who picks up his 3rd goal of the season, beating Berezhnoy. That would give Iowa a 1-1 tie, and then Charlie Bankier on another turnover. This time the IceHogs turn it over inside of the Iowa zone, and it turns into a breakaway from pretty much center ice in for Charlie Bankier. He beats Berezhnoy stick shy to give Iowa a 2-1 lead, and that was just 51 seconds after Gambrell's goal, I beg your pardon, to give Iowa a 2-1 lead. Nick Lardis would get a couple of chances on the breakaway opportunities, was denied not once but twice by Cal Peterson. IceHogs would go short-handed, and Dominic Toninato would pick up a chance on the breakaway, and he was able to beat the
Iowa netminder for his 11th goal of the season, a short-handed goal. Del Mastro and Renzel, similar stat line to Tony Nato's first goal back in the opening period. Del Mastro and Renzel picking up the helpers on his first and second goals here tonight. And that short-handed goal, the 8th of the season for Rockford. They are tied with Hershey with the most short-handed goals this season in the American Hockey League. So Tony Nato with a couple of goals, a 2-2 tie, and Berezhnoy having to make a couple of stops later in that middle period to keep it at a 2-2 tie, Dana.
Yeah, it seemed like that Berezhnoy, once he's seen the puck a little bit better, that those first few saves that he made in the first period, a couple of shaky ones, but then the rebound control really sealed up. And I mean, you were just talking about that save he made right before the Tony Nato goal. I mean, that was clutch, super important. That could have been a quick 2-goal swing if that went the other way.
Rockford generating some good chances, and they really kind of showcased a little bit of their speed in transition. There was a good 2-3 minutes, both teams exchanging some chances back and forth. And I think when Rockford can kind of get to that point of their game, they've got a lot of speed, and we saw a couple of really good chances for Lardis in transition.
Yeah, usually the coach speak goes into your head that you don't want to get into a track meet, but I think in this situation with the amount of weapons that Rockford has when it comes to what they can get speed-wise going up the ice, and Iowa not as strong of an offensive team, maybe you're going to take those chances. Though, of course, Iowa scored on 2 rushes coming out of transition and turnovers.
We'll see if the IceHogs can counter back and get back into the win column in the last home game before the All-Star Classic here at the BMO Center. That third period, all important, coming up on the other side of the break. This has been the State Line Solar second period intermission report. Third coming up after this on the IceHogs Broadcast Network. It's powered by BMO.
The IceHogs team store is the perfect place to rep your team, your colors, and show your support for hockey in the state line. Located inside the BMO Center on the concourse between sections 104 and 105, find all the latest IceHogs and Blackhawks gear with weekly discounts to take advantage of. Next time you're at the BMO Center, make sure to visit the store and head to icehogs.com for selective online items to rep the IceHogs at the rink and at home.
Beat the rising prices with Martin Exteriors. The cost to replace your roof will never be this low again. With no payments until next year, now is the time to act. Call us today at
833-MARTIN-1.
Rebuilding our community, one project at a time. Projects First Rate is a nonprofit labor management organization representing local tradespeople and contractors. We stand for craftsmanship, dedication, and a commitment to our community. Learn more about how we're building a stronger future for all of us at projectfirstrate.com.
Don't miss the heart-pumping, hard-hitting, electrifying action of IceHogs hockey at home. Inside the best rink in the AHL with the most passionate fans, hockey at the BMO Center is the perfect place for friends, family, and parties to take in a night in downtown Rockford. Single game tickets are available for the rest of the season at icehogs.com and at ticketmaster.com against opponents like the Chicago Wolves, Grand Rapids Griffins, and Milwaukee Admirals. Get your tickets today.
The Happy Cannabis Company is the Rockford area's premier cannabis dispensary and your destination for exclusive deals and a loyalty program, where every purchase earns you real rewards. Visit us online at thehappycanico.com or in person at either our Rockford or Loves Park location. That's thehappycanico.com, CANNACO.com. Must be 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children.
For the start of the third period between the IceHogs and the Wild. Game tied up at 2 as Rockford looks for 2 key points in the Central Division standings. Puck dropped on period 3. The IceHogs go left to right for you here in this final frame as the 5 seconds of power play time tick off against Bankier, who comes out of the box and immediately makes a play on the puck. Del Mastro rejects that to the red line. Pitlick looking to feed into Lardis. Swooping back goes Obe Cubel. 8 to the puck. Chucked it into the middle as Berezhnoy protects the house with traffic in front. Here's Jones up top. Kierstad dribbles it to the far board and a rebound try with Berezhnoy still without his stick. He grabs it now. The puck's still in the IceHog zone. Good opening shift to the period for Iowa. Kierstad shot for the wall, held by Berezhnoy, and he doesn't give a rebound. Shots just 16-13 in favor of the IceHogs. Dominic Toninato with both goals tonight. His 10th and 11th. He scored even strength and then shorthanded in the second period. Puck dropped to the Rockford zone. Korchinski behind the net. Harding will swoop it up the boards. That was deflected south of the red line. It'll turn into an icing against Rockford in the opening minute of the third period. IceHogs looking to gain a little bit of ground on idle Milwaukee tonight. Texas has a 2-0 lead over Manitoba on home ice. Hunter Haight goes in, knocks down the center, Cini, but Korchinski to the puck. Harding, an area pass, has Mishak. He'll deflect it in. That was just in front of the red line. Peterson around the wall with Foodie. Great touch pass. 2-on-1 Iowa. Haight down the left wing side. Gambrell tried to get the pass over. Korchinski took the angle away and helps to move the puck up and towards the blue line with Foodie. Now Gleason, right wing side. He'll dump it into the corner. Harding was tied up. Gambrell swoops in. Feeds Gleason. Room to shoot. He'll let it go, and it goes off the stick of Martin Mishak. Good job from Mishak with the reach. Then Harding and Hunter Haight tied up behind the net. Harding without his helmet. And now Haight has lost his lid. Hunter Haight, the all-star selection for the Wild that will be back at this building next Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to stay 5-on-5. Minute and a half gone in the third period. Tie game at 2 in downtown Rockford. Engelbert against Bankier for the face-off, and the puck dropped in the far circle. Juracek get a jump on it. He'll stash it down into the corner. Peered from the wall. Bankier will serve it below the Rockford goal line. Juracek sprints down the wall, earns puck possession, then gave it away to Jamie Engelbert. He'll lead out Kevin Lombardi, ladles it in far corner. Lombardi racing after Juracek. He hits him to the boards. Freed up to Mast, right wing side. His shot went off of Thompson and rolls into the corner. 2 minutes gone in this period. Wild out to center ice with Kachuk approaching Kuzmin. Fans on the pass. Thompson swoops back and grabs it for the Hogs. Tape to tape with Engelbert. And he'll peel back into the Rockford end at the end of his shift. Off of Thompson's stick at the end of his shift. Wild will set up from their own end with Wills Molek. The Bemidji State product to the right of Peterson. Turned in front of the net. Passed it away from Israel's stick. Merrick will deflect it in behind Berezhnoy. Looks over his left shoulder. Del Mastro trying to keep the puck in behind the net. Instead, it pops out freely. Now open for Boucher to lug up ahead. Good area pass Gagne. He'll deke into the zone as Rister deflects wide to the boards. Israel's to the rebound. Gagne battling the Iowa net has come off with Boucher and Merrick just outside of the crease. Without Cal Peterson, this might be a 2-goal lead for the IceHogs. He's denied what looked like sure Rockford goals in the opening 40 minutes. face off in the neutral zone. Tony Nato and Ben Jones. Lardis in height, jockeying for position outside of the dot, and the puck down. Fought for in front of the penalty boxes. Tony Nato will swoop back and grab it. Tries to clear up the wall. It's kept in the zone. Rinzel to Pitlick. Didn't have an option. Flips it to center. Gleason drags it away from Lardis, who pushes him to the glass. Rinzel hard around. Lambos pinches up, held in, deep slot, shot high, and it bounces off the dasher. Rinzel takes down Jones behind the net. 3.5 gone in the third period. Wild with it in the offensive zone, then it leaks out to center ice. Lardis trying to swoop around Gleason, who wands the one-hander behind the net. Turned over to Pitlick. He has Del Mastro in the middle, tries to pull the trigger, and the stick check knocked away the chance. Flipped out to center ice. Del Mastro gloves it down. The Wild wanted a penalty on Rockford for Del Mastro closing his hand on the puck. He did have it for a good second there. We play on 5-on-5. 16 to go in regulation. Kierstad D-to-D with Jiricek. He'll reverse to the boards. Lishak hunts it. Kierstad up and away for pressure. It rolls to the center logo. Here's Tage Harding. He'll be sure on the backhander. Stops it in on Peterson, who's forced to cover up with Mishak in the vicinity. Art Mishak had that turnover that allowed Iowa to score its first goal of the game. Since that point, he's been making good, smart plays, trying to atone for the turnover. Face off to the left of Cal Peterson. Jiricek gets the pass back. He'll break it out with Kierstead right up the middle. Gambrell, who scored that first goal for Iowa, knocks it in. It bounces off of Harding, loose out in front of the net, and sent to the left point. Kierstead banks it off back boards. Hayes hustles over, sends it slowly down the rink, and it does have enough for icing. Nursed well by Dylan Gambrell. Guy with some NHL experience. Good pickup for this Wild club. About 5 minutes gone in the third. Still tied up. Lambos off a face-off win. He'll walk the blue line. Olausen had the shooting lane taken down by Tage Harding, who wins a puck battle. We're going to get a whistle. Referee from behind the play, a slash. Looks like it's going to go against the Hogs and Gavin Hayes. It was a little surprised. That'll put the Wild on the power play with 15:10 to go. Face off right of Berezhnoy. Power play gets going for Iowa. Remember, Rockford scored a shorthanded goal back in the second period. Iowa man advantage 0 for 3 tonight. Engelberg finds the puck in the zone, tried to touch it in front for Tony Nato, just had it roll off his stick. Tony Nato sitting on 2 goals tonight. Hunter Haight through center ice, off to his left. The entry successful for the Wild. Right side, Obey-Q. Bell shooting. Rebound rolls right in on Berezhnoy. He keeps the paddle down and keeps the puck out of the net. Off the apron of the cage. Fouled by Bankier. Jones and Jiricek playing catch up top. Jones down to the goal line. Dylan Gambrell. Jones one-timer. He hits the post. Second time he's hit iron tonight. But he was shorthanded. In the second period, he hit this post once more. Tony Nato without a stick. Into the middle, they score. One-timer nailed home by Dylan Gambrell in the slot. And Iowa takes a lead 3-2 with a power play goal from Dylan Gambrell. Gambrell with a blast. Found a soft spot in the slot. Tough with Tony Dotto minus a stick. Becomes really a 5-on-3.5. And after hitting the post just a few seconds earlier, this one goes post and in for Iowa. And it's 3-2 Wild. Back to 5-on-5. Hayes is out of the box. Puck fought for the red line, brought back in by Kachuk. Along the half wall, Cini comes in to win possession. He'll stash it out to center ice. Wild drum it back in, but it deflects up and out of play with 13:37 to go in the game. Iowa 3, Rockford 2. Back in a moment for the BMO Center on the IceHogs Broadcast Network, powered by BMO.
Just gonna say it, I lost my wedding ring.
It's fine. Just get a new one printed instantly at a BMO branch.
Not my debit card, my wedding ring.
And lock your lost card on your phone, okay?
I see what's happening here.
I figured, because you'd never ever lose the symbolic centerpiece to our eternal love, right?
Who, me? No.
I didn't think so.
I'm gonna go check the garden again for my BMO debit card.
Great idea.
Accounts are subject to approval and are provided in the United States by BMO Bank N.A. Member FDIC.
BMO.
Holding deep to the backhand, he scores.
Hennig Power Protection is hiring right here in the Rockford area. Join a team that builds jaw-dropping generator enclosures and jaw-dropping careers. Expect good pay, work you can be proud of, and a family atmosphere that feels like home. It's time to start your next power play. Apply today at hennigpower.com.
Back inside the BMO Center, 3-2 lead Iowa Wild over the Rockford IceHogs. Dylan Gambrell, second of the game, comes on a power play at 5:59, courtesy of Obe Kubel and Jiricek. A power play goal for the Wild that gives them a 3-2 lead. Dropped the puck at the center logo. Cini wins possession for the Hogs. Now trailing once more. See if they have another answer in them. 13.5 to go in the game. Kachuk racing back against Kuzmin, who tries to defend him. Wild win the puck down low with Oscar Olausen. Cycling Kachuk to the left point. Peart will stash it right back down low. Grabbing it from the wall goes Ryan Mast. He'll move it far boards. Kachuk dropped his stick. That allows Mast to move it up to the point. Peart with a keep in. Kuzmin whacks it out of midair, settles the puck, and starts the rush left to right. Kuzmin gonna walk it in. They call offside at the line. Kuzmin and Cini did not like that call. A bang play at the blue line. Draw outside the Wild zone. Israel's at Merrick. Hogs needing a goal. 13 minutes to go. And the puck drop, a face-off win for Bradley Merrick. Jiricek spins it up the wall, and it drifts into the Rockford zone. Korchinski there to defend. He's guided to the boards. Lewiski pushed him there. He's holding him there. Israel's as well. Two aside battling. Harding comes in to make it 3-on-3. Cross-checking Sandelin. Puck held in there by the skates of Merrick. Israel's keeping it there. Finally, it's worked free along the boards. Harding crashes into Sandelin. Falling down goes Merrick as the battle ensues. Almost a half a minute of the puck just staying tied up. This time it's Israel's that's keeping it there. Fed up the middle, behind the skates of Gagne. This will be icing against the Hogs. After a tiring shift in their D zone, they got to play more defense. Draw right of Berezhnoy. Top line jumps out on the ice for Iowa. They win the face-off, but Israels will follow it up, skate to the red line, and plop it into the zone. Hogs getting a full change behind him. Lambos D2D in the Iowa end. Gleason pirouettes away from Pitlick. That was nicely done. Lefty carries to the red line. Puck still on his stick. He'll walk it into the zone. It drifts towards Berezhnoy. He'll stick it aside. Now this puck deflects up and out of play. Casting the back netting behind the Rockford net. Next week, the All-Star Classic here in Rockford, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then 2 games next weekend. Both at home against the Milwaukee Admirals. Retro night. With the IceHogs wearing specialty jerseys. Admirals will as well. That's a 7 p.m. puck drop Saturday at 4 p.m. on Sunday. Off the draw, Obe Kubel's shot deflects down low. Found by Kierstad. He shoots and scores. Matt Kierstad from the left circle got that one through traffic. And Iowa has the largest lead of the game at 2. It is 4-2 Wild. Bit of a broken play off a face-off. The broken part being deflection, a lot of bodies in front. That puck just rolled perfectly to Kierstad, who goes short side past Berezhnoy. Fourth goal of the evening for Iowa. They take a 4-2 lead. 11.5 to go. Mass behind his net. He'll rip it up the wall. Aiden Thompson finds Engelbert in stride, working down the boards. Haight gets back to defend him. Then Lombardi bounces his body into Lambos. Haight will work into the zone. Hit the circle, deep to the middle. Tried to get a forehand shot off, but the Hogs defense converged. Solo effort there from Hunter Haight. Rejected back out to center. Iowa ices the puck with 11 minutes to go. Iowa doubles the advantage. Matt Kierstad, his first of the season. Obe Kubel earns another assist. Iowa off a face-off win. They'll look to clear up the near boards with Gambrell poking it in behind Korchinski. Harding a quick re-up. Drifts off the stick of Cini. He couldn't corral it in. Front of the penalty boxes. Mishiak will look to move north. A big collision back of the Rockford blue line. Play carries on. Hayes' shot gobbled in. Cini goes flying through the crease. Peterson has lost his net, and he pops back up. We continue on. Harding behind the Rockford net. 10.5 to go. Mishiak swoops in. Puck rolled off of his stick. Harding at a standstill. Knocked in wide of Peterson. Sandelin. Pierre continues to move it. Now Juracek off of Lewiski's stick, followed up by Bankier. Lewiski taken down as Berezhnoy clears the puck all the way back out to center himself. Never afraid, Stanislav Berezhnoy, to move the puck himself with his stick. Rinzel with a tight turn in the Rockford end. He'll lead it up ahead for Dylan Boucher. Slammed in near corner. Israel's hunting it. Iowa playing with a 2-goal cushion now. Juracek away from Gagne. Spins right into Boucher, who bulldozes over him in the Iowa zone. An energy-creating hit from Dylan Boucher, who took down the Iowa defenseman. Del Mastro out of the corner. He'll look to serve it up through center. Too far for Israels. Zamolek almost turned it over to Pitlick. It bounces in front of the Iowa net and turned wide by Kierstad, the most recent goal scorer for Iowa. 9:10 to go. Clock ticking in the third. Rockford down 4-2. Their top line out of the ice. Mast a great keep in. He'll deke his way down the boards, trying to find Pitlick in the corner. Followed up by Toninato. He'll peel off the boards. Lefty holding, feeds blue line. Couldn't be held in by Dmitry Kuzmin. They call offside. Iowa 4, Rockford 2 with 8:52 to go in regulation. We'll be back in just a moment on the IceHogs Broadcast Network, powered by BMO.
We build great lawns from the ground up. Lawn care by Walter.
Is this the year you're finally going to move forward on creating your perfect outdoor living space? A brick patio, a lush new landscape design, maybe a fire pit or water feature. Whatever your vision, trust the ICPI certified team at Lawn Care by Walter to get it done just exactly right. For inspiration, visit the gallery page at lcbwalter.com today.
For roofing and siding, call Martin Exteriors at 833 Martin 1.
Did the severe storms cause damage to your home or business? Damage can be hard to see, so it's important to have Martin Exteriors do a free inspection. Our team of experts will help you work with your insurance company to get you the roof and siding you deserve. Call us today at
833 Martin 1.
Back inside the BMO Center, 4-2 lead Iowa. Here with 8:40 to go in the third period. Off the restart, Kevin Korchinski ices the puck. One of Rockford's 2 All-Stars that will play in next week's showcase Tuesday night, the skills competition right here at the BMO Center, a 7 p.m. start. And then the next night, February 11th, the All-Star Challenge, that 3-on-3 tournament. Really looking forward to both events. Could be a lot of fun. D-zone face-off win for the Hogs. And a penalty coming up against Iowa. So Berezhnoy to the bench. Puck gathered in by Cini, has Toninato going to the back post. Deflection, and what becomes a very important power play for the Hogs, a slash with 8:24 remaining. Slashing call against the Wild. Jean-Luc Foudy the guilty party. And the Hogs power play goes to work. 0 for 3 tonight. They've generated chances, but Cal Peterson has come up with a couple of dynamic stops to stymie them. And the draw right to Peterson, 1 back by the Hogs to Rizzo on the blue line. Pitlick down low, Cini spots Rinzel, he shoots, stop made, and Toninato put the rebound up over top. Off the heel of Cini, rebound corralled in to Nick Lardis. He'll bank it up the wall, took a hit from Sandelin. Pitlick net front, deflected down, chested there by Toninato. He'll push the puck to the far boards, Hogs trying to keep it in. Pitlick wiped down to the ice by Juracek, a strong play for the Iowa defenseman. And the Wild clear. 1:25 to go on the penalty to Foudy. Rinzel slingshots it back. Cini in over the zone. He'll throw it left side. Toninato takes the check, trying to move it deeper down the wall. Lardis in to retrieve. Rinzel straight away, trying to change the angle. To the goal line, Pitlick, Rinzel one-timer. Double deflection in the slot, went off a Haight. Lardis cycling. Cini down low, off of skates. Toninato to the rebound. Still free in the slot. Rinzel retrieves. Now in the deep slot, he plays catch with Lardis. Pitlick far dot, on net, and it's fought out by Peterson. Rebound back to Lardis. 45 to go on the power play. Pitlick wants it, calls for it, fed it back post. Whacked at by Toninato once more, and Lambos will clear it down the ring. Power play's been oh so close. Quick re-entry for Lardis. Going to the bench as Rinzel took the hit. Thompson is changed out onto the ice. He's got a tag up, brings it right back in. Cini to Engelbert in stride, has Hayes in the middle, dekes in and put the backhander up over top. Jamie Engelbert frustrated with himself that he didn't finish that backhander. 17 seconds to go on the power play. Draw to the left of Cal Peterson. Second unit stays out of the ice for Rockford. 6:40 to go. And finally the puck drop. Thompson hustling towards Lambos, but it's settled by Merrick before he could get to it. He'll shoot it down towards Berezhnoy. Power play coming to an end. Hogs now 0 for 4 on the man advantage, with Hayes taking a hit at the blue line courtesy of Ben Jones. One more clear for good measure for the Wild is coming out of the box is Foodie. So even strength action. Little over 6 minutes to go. Hogs trailing by 2. Sent north by Hayes. No connection there. It'll be icing. And the draw will come back towards Stanislav Berezhnoy. Hogs right back to it tomorrow night against Milwaukee on the road at Panther Arena. Stay ready for 3 straight games against Milwaukee. Tomorrow up in Wisconsin, and then 2 here in Illinois next weekend. Draw win for the Wild. Pearce shot deflects wide past the blocker of Berezhnoy. Battled for far boards, ripped up to Aiden Thompson, and it clears out to center. Pearce gonna wire it right back in. 5:50 to go in the game. Wild by 2. Kachuk knocks it down, gets a shot away on Berezhnoy, who pushes the puck away to the blue line. Gleason now allows it a touch, curling off far boards. Kachuk on an exchange. He's got Gleason, dekes his way to the middle, and Berezhnoy finds the puck just inside the blue paint. 5:36 to go in the third period. Iowa 4, Rockford 2. Back in a flash on the IceHogs broadcast network, powered by BMO.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
Wilson Electric performs commercial, industrial, governmental, and institutional electrical work. Throughout the years, Wilson Electric has made a significant impact in the Rockford and Northern Illinois areas by participating in numerous commercial, institutional, industrial, church, hospital, and school construction projects. Wilson Electric Company is proud to be the oldest union electrical contractor in Rockford, Illinois. Whether the assignment covers new construction, modernization of an existing site, or a service/maintenance of existing facilities, customers have come to depend on the Wilson Electric traditions of experience and commitment.
Skating 5-on-5 with 5:36 to go in the third period. IceHogs trailing the Iowa Wild 4-2. Iowa has struck for a pair in this third period. It was Gambrell on the power play, 6 minutes in. And then just 2.5 minutes later, Matt Kierstead scores his first of the season, the Iowa defenseman. Obey Kubel assisting on both of the Wild tallies. Puck drop to the left of Berezhnoy. It's pitched up to the blue line. Kierstead keeps it on a shot off the stick of Mishak high. Puck flipped out to center ice. Hogs will push it. Fight for the blue line entry. Get it in over the line. Now it's whistled down for offside. Kind of an awkward ping-ponging play. Puck dropped outside that Iowa zone. And we continue on, clicking towards 5 minutes to go. The Hogs need 2 to tie. Settled down at the blue line by Jiricek. He'll throw it to the near corner. Battled for with Foodie, who's now out of the box, trying to protect it away from Harding, who's not giving him much. Puck ripped back out to center ice. Puck picked up there by Del Mastro. He's tripped up, and a penalty against Foodie will put Rockford right back on the penalty. Foodie was just in the box for a slash, and now he'll head right back in there. Power play time for Rockford. They're 0 for 4. Boy, do they need something here. Try and cut this deficit to 1. Rob Klinkhammer talking over things with the top unit. Looks like Berezhnoy is going to go to the bench. They'll make it a 6-on-4. Hogs going for it here with a little under 5 to play. 6-on-4. A face-off at the far dot in the Iowa zone. And it's won back by the Wild. Jiricek going to shoot for the empty net all the way from the D zone. That bounce it wide. No icing though, of course. With Rockford on the power play. Korchinski leaving it back for Lardis. He'll maneuver his way through center, gain the blue line, and shoot it in off of a stick. Oh, they're going to bring the draw back to the neutral zone. Now the officials are going to talk about it. Yeah, they're keeping it at center. Wonder if they'll put Berezhnoy back in. Not yet. And the puck dropped. It's knocked back into the Iowa zone. Jiricek slammed by Tony Nato. Tried to clear it, but Rinzel knocks it out of midair. Here is Nick Lardis from the near half wall. He'll play catch with Pitlick. They swap places. Korchinski straight away to Pitlick, top of the dot. Lardis fans on the one-timer. And then Peterson kicks the net off, moving right to left. The draw's going to stay here in this Iowa zone. That's a spot we've seen Lardis score from quite a bit this season, including in the NHL. One of his 2 goals. One-timer from the near wing. Rockford net is vacant. Hogs on the power play, making it 6-on-4. Big win for the Wild there defensively. Merrick pushed the puck to the goal line. Pitlick swoops in, grabs it for Rockford. Pitlick stick handling, far boards. Inserting it for Cini. It knocks in towards Peterson. Cini whacks at the puck. Dropped over to the corner. Pitlick launches, then Sandelin finds it and throws it wide of the net. Iowa's going to hustle off and get a change. 50 seconds to go in the power play for Rockford. Foodie back at the penalty box. Rinzel swivels his way into the zone. Tried to dump it deep. Jones clears it, rolls on edge once more. The 3rd try for Iowa. They can't find the empty net. We continue on at a 4-2 game. Cini in over the line. Playing catch with Tony Nato. He'll deke his way in. Shovel a high saucer pass. Almost caught Cini up high. Lardis to Rinzel straight away. Pulled up the shot. Lardis one-timer. Stick stop made by Peterson. Rebound. Fought up to the blue line. Held in Rinzel. Right point. Korchinski charges down. Now Cini operates down low. Korchinski one-timer, and he missed it to the spot. Rebound to Lardis, 5 to go on the power play. Lardis with Korchinski on an exchange. He'll let a shot go. That hit Toninato in front. Ritzel follows up the rebound. Pitlick drags it to the boards. Foodie is out of the box. It's now 6-on-5. The Rockford net stays empty. Cini to the puck. Tried to stash it in front. Jones intercepts for the Wild. They've got 2 out in front. It's Haight for Foodie, who will finish into the empty net. And Wild take a 5-2 lead with 2:28 to go. Their third period goal. IceHogs pressuring on the 6-on-4. Can't get within 1, and then after the power play comes to a close, Wild score into the empty net with Jean-Luc Foodie, who spent a lot of this back half of the period in the penalty box. His penalty killers help him out, though. Foodie scoring his 3rd of the season. That was a nice play there from Hunter Haight, who gave him the goal. Here's Lombardi breaking in, tries to deep pass the pad of Peterson. Puck rolls up to the blue line. Kuzman can't keep him. Engelbert reloads, hits the slot, couldn't tee up the shot. Stick check from Juracek will start it the other way. Merrick dumping it in, delayed offside against the Wild. 1:40 to go in the game. Rockford trails 5-2. Lombardi had it knocked away by Lewiski. Now Thompson works his way into the zone. Dodges most of the check from Lewiski, who's now just looking to cause some mayhem. Engelbert and Lewiski tie up at center ice. And we got a penalty behind the play. Lewiski throwing punches up at Engelbert. Then Harding comes in and cleans up. That's what Lewiski was looking for in that final shift of the game. He's got 156 penalty minutes for a reason. Harding and Lewiski getting separated. Del Mastro following Lewiski to the tunnel. A 1:24 to go in the 3rd period. So right now, Harding just in the penalty box. Lewiski has been sent to the dressing rooms early. Big 3rd period for the Wild. They come into the BMO Center and they're going to leave with points and get up to within 5 points of the IceHogs for 6th place of the Central. Harding now sent to the room. Right now they're showing an extra 2 to Mark Lewiski. They haven't posted the penalties yet. But up on the scoreboard, that is showing the manpower difference. Haight has got to go in and serve the penalty. He'll head to the Iowa box. And a power play for Rockford. Their 6th of the night, 0 for 5. Third power play of the third period. .124 to go in the game. So Harding and Lewinsky each get 10 minutes misconducts. Lewinsky gets an extra 2 for tripping. Pitlick to the goal line, sent it to the back door. Tony Nato for the hat trick. Had it just pop high. Pitlick in the slot, firing to the middle. Kierstad finds it, scales it off the glass. Held in by Pitlick up top. He'll settle. Rinzel one-timer high and wide. It drifts over to the near boards. Lardis keeps it in. 45 to go in the game. Hogs down 5-2 with on that man advantage. Lardis snuffed off the puck by Sandalin, and he'll send it down the ring. Penalty kill has been a strong point for Iowa tonight. Trying to go 6 for 6. I got to kill off 25 more seconds. And offside on the entry for Rockford. Well, what started out as a hopeful first period, so many great chances for Rockford. They're only able to score 1 goal, though, and I think that kind of hurt them a little bit. Felt like they should be up by at least 2, maybe even 3. Draw outside the Iowa zone with 23 seconds to play. Lambos will wrist it down, fired it through some traffic. Berezhnoy stops it there. 10 seconds to play at the BMO. With Thompson into the zone, Hayes right wing side, Korchinski sent it across, Engelbert bounced it to the goal line. It's chipped high by Thompson. Rebound to the corner boards. Jones keeps it there, and the Wild coming to the BMO Center and skate away with a 5-2 win. We'll break it all down on the postgame show next on the IceHogs Broadcast Network, powered by BMO.
Rockford Injury Lawyers, serving Rockford since 2011. If you or a loved one is hurt in a car accident or on the job, you may not know that talking to an injury lawyer is free. We're not paid unless we get you paid. For a free 24/7 consultation, text or call Rockford Injury Lawyers at 815-964-8303. 815-964-8303. We are always ready to help you. Rockford Injury Lawyers, serving Rockford since 2011.
Steve Summers here with exciting news for the State Line. The world is now at our fingertips, thanks to American Airlines and the Chicago Rockford International Airport. You can always fly from Rockford to Nashville, Fort Myers, Punta Cana, Vegas, Phoenix, Tampa, Sarasota, and more. And you can grab those tickets at flyrfd.com. But now, beginning October 20th, you can connect from the Chicago Rockford International Airport to O'Hare Airport and reach over 150 additional destinations through American Airlines landline. Plus, you'll get convenient and affordable parking right here in Rockford. You can check in, clear your bags and yourself through TSA security, and then your bags will go straight to your final destination while you enjoy seamless connecting convenience right to your gate at O'Hare Airport. Wow! Plus, you can even earn those extra air miles that you've been looking for and local points through American Airlines with this new service from Rockford. It's airside to airside hassle-free travel thanks to your Chicago Rockford International Airport. Get details and, more importantly, those tickets at flyrfd.com, through AA.com, or on American's mobile app.
Culligan Water not only sells water softeners, including the world's best, but also rents them, something big box plumbers and online sellers don't do. With renting, you never pay for repairs or extended warranties, and there's no big upfront purchase cost. Culligan handles everything. And by renting, if your water needs change, Culligan can handle that too. After all, we're the world's largest dealer network.
Visit uswatercompany.com to get a $10 introductory rental.
Building Northern Illinois through quality union craftsmanship. The Northwestern Illinois Building Trades is an alliance of 17 craft unions that work together to improve relationships and create harmony among its member organizations. The NWIBT works with contractors, construction professionals, students, and the community. Whether you're looking to hire a qualified contractor for your construction project, researching a career in the trades, or just hoping to learn more about union construction, we can help. Learn more at nwibt.org.
Rockford Mutual is more than just an insurance company. We're an organization committed to helping those who need us most. When you need assistance after a storm, accident, or as a business owner, our team of expert adjusters will go the extra mile to ease your mind and settle your claim promptly and fairly. Our goal is exceptional service, innovation, and security for you and your family.
Back inside the BMO Center, the IceHogs fall 5-2 on home ice here this evening on a Friday evening in downtown Rockford. What started out like a very promising game for Rockford, it looked like they were maybe going to skate away and create a little separation in that first